All right, we're back. Hello, Management 6301 students. So it's week 7. You survived so far. Just got 1 week to go. And of course, we got our final video introduction here. Let me run really quickly through what we're doing in week 7 and some final recommendations for how you should be spending your week. So, got an interesting week here. Week 7 starts off with a module about control. Of course, our 4 basic functions within management are, of course, as you know, planning, organizing, leading, and control. So, we're skipping a couple chapters and jumping around a little bit, given we are in week 7. But would not be doing my job if we didn't spend at least a little time on control. So check that out. Some good material, not gigantically exciting as some of our other topics are, but still worthwhile. I think I do have you looking at some really interesting information on control through our special material looking at Netflix. And their slide deck is famous, at least in certain circles, about the approach that they have to running their company and especially those control aspects. So we as managers have to be much more creative given the situation we're in and the circumstances in. You just don't need to have a manager following up with somebody all the time and systems constantly checking to make sure people are doing their jobs. There are other ways to going and ensuring effective control processes are present within the organizations we lead. So, as you may have noticed, we've had a lot of stuff about entrepreneurship within the context of management, of course, throughout our 7 weeks, or 6 weeks, but we finally have a dedicated module at the end of week 7 talking about entrepreneurship. So you read a little bit about this within the text. That's worthwhile to check out, but not fantastic. But I think I do have some good supplemental material for you. We have some stuff about effectuation theory and basically how highly successful entrepreneurs think a little bit differently than do corporate managers. I think you'll enjoy that article. I've got something about corporate entrepreneurship. I know that term doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. We think of entrepreneurs as out there in the environment, starting and growing their own companies. But that innovation, creativity, and persistence, grit that entrepreneurs bring to the tasks, corporations need to also, at least in some circumstances, bring that same energy into corporate structures to be able to renovate and renew what they're doing. This idea that we're doing something in the past was successful, we can continue to do the same thing in the future and be successful. That obviously is occasionally, often, almost always not the case. So corporate entrepreneurs can bring and act as a change agent within established corporations. So check out that article. I think you'll find it enjoyable and thought-provoking. All right, so I know he's been gone for quite some time, but within this class I still have as the end, taking a look at Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford, all the way back, I think it's 2005, 2006, and I think his approach to managing and leading and life are a fun way and interesting and a useful way to end the material for this course. So check that out, and I think you'll enjoy that. I think some of you have mentioned that you've seen this commencement speech before. It's worth seeing again, so check that out. All right, so of course we're week 7 is our last week. We do have the standard exam and reaction paper. I've already posted the reaction paper, the exam 2, so you can take a look at that. It is due on Tuesday, so I know there's a lot to do between now and the end of the course, so you can jump on that now. We also have the second reaction paper due on Tuesday also. So people did a fairly good job on that. Make sure you do follow those instructions within the syllabus, and especially the different subsections that I've asked you to organize your thoughts and your essay around. So extensive information in the syllabus. The people who didn't do particularly well on that are often got a little creative and went outside the boundaries of what I asked for with the reaction paper. So all that kind of stuff's due on Tuesday. Of course, if you got any questions, please let me know. As always, the best way to get a hold of me is by email. I've enjoyed our interactions with many of you during the semester. And just as a final thought, I think this class, for me, as your online instructor, who spend a lot of time reading your thoughts on the discussion boards, reaction papers, etc., I'm impressed with this group, and hopefully you've been able to learn from each other through following those discussion boards and the comments on those. As I've been able to learn from you, you've also learned from each other. I think that in many ways is the most valuable part of an MBA program. So keep up the good work. I've been pleased with the progress of people in this class, and hopefully you enjoyed the process. All right, that's it from here. Good luck with week 7. And again, let me know if you have any questions.